Catholic Church is a church that makes disciples and is very involved in the community. We are in the lowest income neighborhood of East Arlington. We have seen people overcome drug addictions, prostitution, and a lifestyle of crime to be disciple makers and people passionate for Christ today. In 2020, when COVID hit our nation, we found ways to keep operating and keep getting connected with our congregation through platforms like Google Meet and Zoom. And as we saw how our community was suffering due to the financial impact in the already low-income community, we were able to increase our food pantries and support to aid in every way we found possible. After having church online in the month of October, we opened our doors. In the month of November, a tornado hit our church and affected our children's area, leaving us unable to use it for months. We were not going to allow that to stop us. So we did what we had to do so the children could have their service back on Sundays.
It was a difficult time for us. We had invested so much, our volunteers, our church community had invested so much time, and it was very, very bittersweet to see what our building was looking like.
But 2 weeks before reopening, the DFW area was hit with a terrible windstorm that created 5 different water pipes to break around our church facility and damaged 75% of our building. Even though we were going through our own struggles, we had not stopped helping other churches. Currently, we have a church plant in Monclova, Mexico, which is growing at an amazing pace, growing from 17 people to over 100 people in the last year. Our church plant in Puebla, Mexico, that started May this year, now they have 17 families so far. That is not counting the 11 churches that we have in the Amazons or the women's shelter that we have in Sonora, Mexico. However, when these freeze damages occurred, we were devastated. But immediately, volunteers started showing up to help us drain the water that was in the building. We saw up to 6 inches of water in different parts of our building. It was hard, but as a pastor, and as sad as I was proud to see how our church unified and worked side by side to save the already damaged building.
Since the pandemic started, that was the first time we came back to the church, and there was a moment of crisis per se, and we all just showed up and did our part. I was glad to see so many people. I honestly didn't expect as many as there were showing up to help, and I mean it felt great. It felt good knowing so many people cared about this church, so many people try to help. We show up for other things, we show up for the fun stuff, but we also have to show up and help whenever it's needed.
We had insurance, and the findings of the damages were around $700,000. And after depreciation, deductible, and other insurance policies, the insurance only paid less than $300,000. We were in shock and did not know how we were going to go forward with restoring our building back to its original condition. But thanks to the willingness of our volunteers, we decided that we had to do something in order to at least repair a kids ministry area. The way that we're structuring a kids area is that all the rooms will be multi-purpose rooms. When the rooms are not being used for Sunday, we will use these rooms to edify our community. Currently, we have initiated a multimedia school for at-risk teenagers where they are learning things like photography, graphic design, video production, and as soon as we're restoring our facility, we are launching an after-school program for kids with learning difficulties and other programs that enrich our community. We need to be able to open back our building, not only because our children need it, but also because this facility is a place where we use to invest in our community in many other ways than just Sundays. But we need your help and your support. You can help in different ways. Number one, the most important one, with your prayers. We need your prayers. We know that we are making a difference in the families of our community, and we trust God through this process. That's why we need your prayers. Number two, your financial contribution. If you feel that you want to be part of what God is doing in the East Arlington area, you can give your donations, and the information will be below. We are a 501c3 nonprofit church. Number three, you can help with materials. We have awesome volunteers, but we need material. Construction material like sheetrock, vinyl planks, floors, carpet, sound systems, screens, many other things. And you can contact us directly and we can inform you of what our greatest need is. We cannot stop what the Lord has ordained us to accomplish, because there's still one more child in need, one more teenager that needs guidance, one more young adult that is seeking their purpose, one more marriage that needs to be restored, one more family that needs to be unified. And we will do everything and anything we can do for one more until we all declare that there's nothing better than being Christian. God bless you. Thank you.